antique clothes room.
Of course it is.
Yes.
I'm wearing.
Do you sing around the house?
What?
I don't know. Do you?
Never.
Never?
I don't sing in the shower.
No?
Why would I sing in the shower? I can get paid for singing.
Barbra Streisand has recently unveiled the true reasons behind her departure from Hollywood. Her revelations, spanning from incidents of sexism to workplace AB, are nothing short of astonishing. So, what did she say?
Sometimes it felt like my nose got more press than I did. The face it divides is long and sad, and the look in repose is the essence of hound. Not so good.
In a recent in-depth interview with the BBC, conducted on the cusp of the release of her highly anticipated memoir, Barbra Streisand, the celebrated singer and actor, candidly shared her early encounters with sexism and the troubling experiences she faced with male collaborators throughout her illustrious career. Streisand's revelations offer a raw and unfiltered look into the challenges she confronted in a male-dominated industry, shedding light on the impact these incidents had on her professional choices and personal well-being. Streisand, now 81 years old, recounted a particularly distressing incident involving Sidney Chaplin, the son of the legendary Charlie Chaplin, during their joint performance in the Broadway production of Funny Girl in the 1960s. With palpable unease, Streisand revealed that Chaplin developed an infatuation with her, an unusual situation that quickly escalated into an uncomfortable ordeal. When she firmly rejected his advances, Chaplin's response was unexpectedly cruel. "I don't even like to talk about it," Streisand confessed to the BBC. "It's just a person who had a crush on me, which was unusual. And when I said to him, 'I don't want to be involved with you,' he turned on me in such a way that was very cruel." The distressing incident with Chaplin deeply affected Streisand's ability to perform live. As she shared with the BBC, Chaplin's hurtful actions contributed significantly to her stage fright, a crippling fear that prevented her from performing in concerts for nearly 3 decades. The emotional scars left by this encounter were enduring, casting a shadow over her live performances and leading her to avoid the stage, an essential platform for any artist. However, Chaplin was not the sole male collaborator who proved to be problematic in Streisand's career journey. She recounted other troubling experiences, including encounters with renowned figures like Walter Matthau and Frank Pearson. Matthau, while working together on the set of Hello, Dolly, subjected Streisand to humiliating taunts, screaming, "I have more talent in my farts than you have in your whole body." Pearson, who directed the 1976 version of A Star is Born, openly disparaged Streisand, branding her a control freak who incessantly demanded more close-ups, undermining her creative input and professionalism. Streisand's memoir further delves into the fascination she elicited from various men, highlighting her magnetic allure. Notable figures like Omar Sharif, Prince Charles, now King Charles, and Marlon Brando were captivated by her charm. Sharif, in particular, expressed his infatuation through long, passionate letters, imploring her to leave her husband. Brando made a bold introduction, kissing the back of her neck and stating, "You can't have a back like that and not have it kissed." These encounters underscored Streisand's undeniable appeal and the challenges of navigating relationships under the scrutiny of fame. Additionally, Streisand, who had been writing her memoir for almost a quarter of a century, also addressed insults about her appearance in her early career. When she first came to the UK in 1966, Newsweek magazine had this to say about her. "Barbra Streisand represents a triumph of aura over appearance. Her nose is too long, her bosom too small, her hips too wide. Yet when she steps in front of a microphone, she transcends generations and cultures." The media had an odd fixation on her appearance from the outset. She was called an amiable anteater with an unbelievable nose who resembled a myopic gazelle. It was only when she became a superstar that the focus changed. Suddenly, Streisand was a Babylonian queen whose profiles were laced with superlatives. 250 million records sold, 10 Golden Globe Awards, 5 Emmys, and 2 Oscars for acting and songwriting. But the damage was already done. "Even after all these years, I'm still hurt by the insults and can't quite believe the praise," writes the star in her new autobiography, "My Name is Barbra." The book, she says, is her attempt to correct the record. "It was the only way to have some control over my life," she says. "This is my legacy. I wrote my story. I don't have to do any more interviews after this." But despite her considerable success, including 150 million records sold, 9 Golden Globes, 4 Emmys, and 2 Oscars for acting and songwriting, Streisand said she felt little happiness when looking back at her life. "I want to live life," she said. "I want to get in my husband's truck," the actor James Brolin, "and just wander, hopefully with the children somewhere near us. I haven't had much fun in my life, to tell you the truth, and I want to have more fun." Streisand's memoir has been almost 25 years in the making. She started making notes, writing longhand in pencil, in 1999. The finished manuscript is almost 1,000 pages long and heavy enough to be used as a weapon. The star claims her memory is fickle, but the book is crammed with delicious details of backstage arguments, bewildered suitors, and at least one incident of falling off a London bus. She talks about cloning her favorite dog and signing into hotels as Angelina Scarangella, then reveals that her marriage to James Brolin was the inspiration for Aerosmith's I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Meanwhile, her encyclopedic recall of every meal she's ever eaten will leave you ravenous. The book lists mouth-watering menus of molten chocolate cake, New York pizza slices, soft-shell crabs, honeydew melon, turkey sandwiches with Branston pickle, and her favorite, Brazilian coffee ice cream. "I've loved food ever since I was a kid and lived in the projects," she admits. "We had a tiny kitchen, and I would love to bake white cupcakes and put on dark chocolate icing." Barbra Streisand was born on April 24, 1942, in Brooklyn, New York, to Diana Kind and Emanuel Streisand. Her father's untimely death when she was just 15 months old left her family in a challenging situation. Despite these early hardships, Streisand's innate talent and determination would eventually lead her to become one of the most influential figures in the entertainment industry. Growing up in a middle-class family, Streisand attended the BEI's Yaakov Jewish School in Brooklyn. From a young age, she harbored dreams of becoming an actress, and her passion for performing arts only intensified as she entered her teenage years. During this time, Streisand not only envisioned herself as an actress, but also as a conductor, showcasing her diverse talents and aspirations. At the tender age of 16, Barbra Streisand found herself navigating the challenging terrain of independence. Faced with the necessity of earning a livelihood, she delved into a world of menial jobs, piecing together a modest income to sustain herself. In those early years, permanence eluded her. She floated through life without a fixed address, seeking refuge wherever she could unfurl the army cot she carried, be it at a friend's place or any available spot. During moments of desperation, she would retreat to her mother's apartment in Brooklyn, craving the comfort of a home-cooked meal. Yet, her unconventional lifestyle, marked by its nomadic quality, stirred concern and disbelief in her mother's eyes. To her, Barbra's existence seemed akin to that of a gypsy, a sentiment shared by biographer Karen Swenson. Despite her mother's pleas to abandon her dreams of a showbiz career, Barbra interpreted these objections as a potent catalyst. Rather than dissuading her, they fortified her resolve, igniting a fierce determination within her. "My desires were strengthened by wanting to prove to my mother that I could be a star," she reflected. In the early months of 1960, Barbra found herself working as an usher at the Lunt-Fontanne Theater for the production of The Sound of Music. It was during this period that fate nudged her towards a path that would alter the course of her life. A whisper in the wind led her to the auditions conducted by the casting director, marking her first ever attempt to showcase her singing abilities for a job. Although the director deemed her unfit for the role, he saw potential and encouraged her to acknowledge her talent as a singer in her professional pursuits. Intrigued by this newfound aspect of her identity, Barbra approached her boyfriend, Barry Dennen, with a request. She asked him to record her singing, envisioning these tapes as her ticket to potential employers' hearts. With a guitarist by her side, they embarked on a recording session. The moment the playback began, Dennen was spellbound. He witnessed a transformation, a metamorphosis that left him awestruck. "This nutty little kook had one of the most breathtaking voices I'd ever heard," he marveled. The encounter with her own voice became a revelation, a turning point that set her on a path she had never envisioned. Fueled by newfound confidence, Barbra decided to test her wings in the vibrant landscape of talent competitions. The Lion, a gay nightclub nestled in Manhattan's Greenwich Village, became the stage for her emergence. Armed with her passion and determination, she stepped into the spotlight, delivering 2 soul-stirring songs that left the audience in stunned silence. the silence was shattered by thunderous applause, proclaiming her victory. She was welcomed back to the club, where her voice resonated for weeks, captivating hearts and leaving an indelible mark. During this transformative period, Barbara made a significant decision. She shed the second A from her first name. Barbara became Barbara, a symbolic gesture representing her evolution, her departure from the past, and her embrace of a future yet to unfold. As her journey in the entertainment industry gained momentum, Barbara faced relentless scrutiny, enduring hurtful comments about her appearance. Critics and well-meaning advisors suggested a nose job to enhance her prospects, but Barbara remained steadfast, refusing to succumb to societal pressures. Her refusal to conform became a testament to her inner strength and conviction. In the early chapters of her career, Barbara found herself at the Bonsoir nightclub, a venue that would become a significant milestone. In September 1960, she took the stage, opening for the renowned comedian Phyllis Diller. It was a moment that marked her first professional engagement, an experience that widened her horizons. The elegant ambience of the nightclub provided a stark contrast to her humble beginnings. "I'd never been in a nightclub until I sang in one," she marveled, realizing the profound transformation her life had undergone. Guided by her boyfriend's extensive record collection, Barbara immersed herself in the voices of legendary female singers such as Billie Holiday, Mabel Mercer, Ethel Waters, and Edith Piaf. These muses inspired her, shaping her artistic vision and fueling her ambition. From this eclectic mix, she found a song that resonated deeply with her soul. Asleep in B, a composition by Harold Arlen and Truman Capote from the 1954 musical House of Flowers. The lyrics provided her with a narrative, a three-act play that mirrored her aspirations as an actress. "The lyrics to that song gave me the 3 acts of a play that I longed for as an actress," she confessed. The song became her anthem, embodying her dreams and aspirations. With each performance, Barbara honed her craft, infusing her singing with emotional depth and vulnerability. She drew from the rich tapestry of her life, weaving stories and characters into her songs. Her ability to connect with her audience, to charm them with spontaneous humor, became her hallmark. The stages she graced became platforms for her metamorphosis, witnessing the evolution of a young girl into a seasoned artist. In the eyes of theater critic Leonard Harris, she was more than just a singer. He envisioned a future where she would rewrite the record books, a prophecy that echoed her undeniable potential. Barbara Streisand, with her unyielding spirit and unparalleled talent, had embarked on a journey that would etch her name in the annals of music history, leaving an indomitable legacy for generations to come. The year 1963 proved to be pivotal for Streisand, as she achieved immense commercial success with her first solo releases under Columbia Records, including the Barbra Streisand album and the second Barbra Streisand album. These albums, primarily dedicated to the works of composer Harold Arlen, not only garnered critical acclaim, but also earned her public recognition across the United States. Streisand's talent and charisma shone brightly, catapulting her to fame. In 1964, Streisand achieved yet another milestone with her portrayal of the legendary Broadway star Fanny Brice in Funny Girl, a musical by Jule Stein and Bob Merrill. The show's main song, People, became an instant hit, propelling Streisand into the limelight. Her performance on Broadway garnered widespread acclaim, and she even graced the cover of Time magazine, solidifying her status as a rising star. Following her success on Broadway, Streisand transitioned to television, making guest appearances on various music and variety shows. Her talent and magnetic presence captivated audiences, leading to an exclusive contract with CBS for a series of annual TV specials. The specials, including My Name is Barbara and Color Me Barbara, received widespread acclaim and further cemented her status as an entertainment icon. In 1968, Streisand made her mark in the film industry with her role in the movie adaptation of Funny Girl, directed by William Wyler. The film's success transformed her into an international superstar and earned her multiple awards, including the prestigious Best Actress Oscar. Streisand continued to excel in the film industry, starring in screen musicals such as Gene Kelly's Hello, Dolly, and Vincente Minnelli's On a Clear Day, You Can See Forever. As her career progressed, Streisand explored various genres and roles, showcasing her versatility as an actor. She ventured into comedies with films like The Owl Owl and the Pussycat and What's Up, Doc. Streisand also demonstrated her dramatic prowess in films like Up the Sandbox and the classic The Way We Were, directed by Sidney Pollack and co-starring Robert Redford. The film's titular song, The Way We Were, became one of Streisand's most beloved and memorable hits, further solidifying her reputation as a powerhouse performer. Streisand's talents were not limited to the big screen. She made significant contributions to the music industry throughout the 70s and 80s. With a string of successful singles and albums, including collaborations with artists like Neil Diamond and Donna Summer, Streisand continued to captivate audiences worldwide. Albums such as Guilty, written for her by the Bee Gees' Barry Gibb, sold millions of copies globally, further establishing her as a chart-topping artist. In 1983, Streisand made her directorial debut with the musical drama Yentl, in which she also portrayed the lead character. The film, featuring a captivating score by Michel Legrand and lyricists Marilyn Bergman and Alan Bergman, garnered positive reviews and received several Oscar nominations. Despite her significant contribution to the film, Streisand was not nominated for Best Director, a disappointment for both her and her fans. The mid-1980s saw Streisand achieving unexpected success with her album The Broadway Album, 1985, which won a Grammy Award. This album introduced a new generation to the world of American musical theater, showcasing Streisand's enduring appeal and influence. She further impressed audiences with her stage presence, returning to live performances with the memorable concert One Voice in 1986, after a hiatus of 19 years. In the early 90s, Streisand continued her reign at the top of the charts, achieving #1 albums with Back to Broadway and Higher Ground. Her remarkable feat of securing a #1 album in each decade, from the 1960s to the 1990s, attested to her enduring popularity and talent. Streisand's musical prowess remained unparalleled, captivating listeners and cementing her legacy as one of the greatest vocalists of her time. Streisand's foray into filmmaking continued in the 1990s with her directorial efforts in The Prince of Tides, a critically acclaimed drama where she played a psychiatrist, striving to help a man rediscover his past. The film received 7 Oscar nominations, although Streisand's direction was notably absent from the nominations list. Despite this, her work in the film earned her recognition from the Directors Guild of America, DGA, further highlighting her talents as a director. Throughout her career, Streisand remained unapologetically outspoken about her political beliefs and social justice advocacy. Her strong convictions led her to take a stand on various issues, earning her both admiration and criticism. Despite facing opposition from those with differing political views, Streisand continued to support causes she believed in, demonstrating her unwavering commitment to making a difference in the world. In the early 2000s, Streisand's focus shifted back to live performances, delighting audiences with her concerts and tours, including the Timeless Tour. Her ability to connect with audiences on a profound level was a testament to her enduring appeal and talent as a performer. Streisand's dedication to her craft continued to shine through, captivating new generations of fans and reminding the world of her unparalleled artistry. In any case, Streisand has since revealed that she was against writing about her famous exes in her tell-all memoir. The 81-year-old music legend didn't want to include her former flames in the autobiography, but her editor told her to, quote-unquote, leave some blood on the page. Speaking on CBS Sunday Morning, she told host Gayle King, "One of the reasons I wrote the book is to talk about the myths about me.
I want them to know the truth. I love truth. One of the reasons I wrote the book is to talk about the myths about me."
But as we all know, the industry, ever controlling, wanted to control her in this venture. Hence, she was told to include the private aspect of her life in the memoir. In any case, the iconic pop star has had a long, healthy love life. Barbra Streisand has only been married twice, but that doesn't mean the 81-year-old singer and actress has not had her fair share of romances during her legendary 6-decade career. In fact, Streisand has been linked to a host of high-profile men in between both marriages and made headlines with almost all of them. Streisand's romantic journey began in the early 1960s when, at the age of 19, she met Elliott Gould during auditions for the Broadway musical I Can Get It For You Wholesale. Streisand's magnetic presence and Gould's charm sparked an instant connection, leading to a whirlwind romance. Their shared love for the arts deepened their bond, and they tied the knot in 1963. The union resulted in the birth of their son, Jason Gould. Despite the initial bliss, the couple's marriage faced challenges, and they eventually separated in 1971 after 8 years of marriage. Gould later revealed that Streisand had called him during the writing of her memoir, reflecting on how they had grown apart. He acknowledged the uniqueness of their relationship, emphasizing the enduring connection they shared through their son. Amidst her marriage to Gould, rumors swirled about an affair between Streisand and Omar Sharif, her co-star and love interest in the 1968 film Funny Girl. While these rumors remained speculative, they added an element of intrigue to Streisand's personal life. Following her separation from Gould, Streisand's romantic entanglements continued to capture public interest. One of Streisand's notable relationships was with Canadian politician Pierre Trudeau, the 15th Canadian Prime Minister and father of the current Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. Their passionate affair became the subject of speculation, further fueling tabloid headlines. Streisand's ability to attract influential and charismatic partners became a defining feature of her romantic history. In the realm of Hollywood romance, Streisand found love with hairdresser Jon Peters, whom she met on the set of her comedy film For Pete's Sake. Peters, a prominent figure in the entertainment industry, shared Streisand's creative vision and passion for filmmaking. Their 12-year love affair was marked by artistic collaborations, including the production of the 1976 remake of A Star is Born. Despite their professional success, rumors persisted about Streisand's involvement with her A Star is Born co-star and love interest, Kris Kristofferson, adding layers of complexity to her personal life. Following her separation from Peters, Streisand's romantic life took another turn when she became involved with Miami Vice actor Don Johnson in the late 1980s. Their relationship, though brief, produced a notable collaboration, a top 40 single titled Till I Loved You, showcasing their musical chemistry. Streisand's ability to seamlessly transition between music and romance highlighted her multifaceted talents. In the early and mid-1990s, Streisand's love life continued to capture headlines, with connections to prominent figures such as ABC News anchor Peter Jennings, tennis star Andre Agassi, and actor Liam Neeson. These relationships added to the intrigue surrounding Streisand's personal affairs, as fans and media outlets eagerly followed her romantic escapades. However, it was in 1997 that Streisand's love story took a significant turn when she embarked on a blind date with actor James Brolin, arranged by the ex-wife of her former partner, Jon Peters. The chemistry between Streisand and Brolin was undeniable, marking the beginning of a profound and enduring relationship. By November of the same year, they were living together, solidifying their commitment to each other. In the summer of 1998, Streisand and Brolin exchanged vows in a heartfelt ceremony held at her Malibu home. Streisand, radiant in an exquisite Donna Karan gown, serenaded her groom with poignant ballads, encapsulating the depth of their love. Brolin, in his speech, expressed his gratitude for finding love later in life, emphasizing the significance of their connection. "I can't tell you how lucky I am that this would happen to me so late in life. Every night is a new adventure. Sleeping is a waste of time. I can't wait to see her again in the morning," he said. It's been more than 2 decades of wedded bliss as of this writing, with Streisand telling Extra the secret of her happy marriage as they approach their 20th anniversary in 2018. 20 years in Hollywood is like 50 years in Chicago, I always say. She added that kindness is how she and Brolin get by. The Dalai Lama says, "Give truth with compassion for..." I used to use truth as a weapon years ago, actually. "Well, you look fat because you're fat." I'm telling you the truth. Truth with compassion would say it a different way. I don't think you can take each other for granted. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.